We have Unit 1, Scientific Investigation and Classification. Our topic covers lab safety and lab equipment and definition of science versus hypothesis versus theory and experimental design. We also have living versus non-living things and binomial nomenclature and dichotomous key and characteristics of kingdom. I'm Kathy Pham.
I'm Abby Duskin.
And I'm Justin Norris.
Make sure to get all gum and food out of your mouth before you go into the lab. This is what you shouldn't do.
I'm just gonna wear my shades today.
This is what you should do.
Have my goggles on. I'm ready.
Don't think you're too cool for the apron.
Who needs an apron when I got my swagger?
Remember, safety is better than fashion.
I'm keeping my clothes protected.
Don't be like this girl.
Yeah!
Be like her. Don't think you're too cool for protection.
Look at my new manicure. I don't need to wear gloves.
Just simply follow the directions.
So class, clean up your lab work.
Please, it ain't that dirty.
Okay kids, don't touch anything.
Remember to pour acid into water. Acid to base will save your face.
Okay. Oh no, what do I do?
You should contact your teacher.
I know, I should contact my teacher.
Here's some common laboratory equipment you may use in your biology class. Science is using an organized way of using evidence to learn about the natural world. A hypothesis is an educated guess based on observation, usually used in the if-then format. A scientific theory summarizes a hypothesis or a group of hypotheses that have been supported with repeated testing. A theory is valid as long as there is no evidence to go against it.
Experimental design is the process of properly planning an experiment.
For example, if I was going to have an experiment with these two identical plants, I would give one of it colored water and the other one regular water. My independent variable, or the thing that I purposely changed, would be the type of water. And my dependent variable, which is the thing that's expected to change, would be the height of each plant. The control group, or the group used as a standard for comparison, would be the plant receiving the normal water. Quantitative data contains numbers such as the height size, and qualitative data describes qualities such as the color.
In the kingdom Eubacteria, it consists mostly of, well, bacteria. Bacteria can exist in many different places. They're unicellular, prokaryotic, and they're both autotrophic and heterotrophic, which means that they can make their own energy or get energy from other organisms. In the kingdom Archaeobacteria, it's basically bacteria as well as eubacteria, but these bacteria live in extreme habitats. In the kingdom Protista, it consists of eukaryotic organisms that can be unicellular, some are colonized, which means a bunch of unicellular organisms coming together, or they can be multicellular. In the kingdom Fungi, they are eukaryotic organisms that are heterotrophic, but only because they're decomposers, which means that they break down dead matter. In the kingdom Plantae, which consists of plants, obviously, they're multicellular organisms that are autotrophic, so they make their own energy using the sun. In the kingdom Animalia, the organisms are both eukaryotic and multicellular, but also heterotrophic, which means that they eat animals to get their energy.
All living things are made of one or more cells. They all use energy. They all respond to stimuli in their environment. They have external stimuli. They reproduce. They grow and develop, maintain homeostasis in the environment, have DNA, and adapt and evolve.
Abby, I don't think they understand.
They don't understand?
No, we gotta break it down for them.
Let's do it.
There's characteristics of life. 7 if you want to be right. Let's make sure you know them well. The first one is they're made of cells. Let's move on to number 2. It's organized. Just like you, there's tissue cells that perform the same function, organs, tissue that perform the same function, systems, organs that perform the same function, organisms. Well, that's the whole darn thing. Number 3, they use energy from the sun. Everyone uses it from old to young. Number 4, they all use stimuli, which responds to nature and makes sure they don't die. Number 5, they all can grow, some really tall, and it really shows. They produce, and we all know what that means, but let's not say it's an adult thing. Shh. Number 7, they adapt to their environment, making sure that they can all live in it. That's all the things I gotta tell. I sure hope you know them well. Peace. I'm out.
This tree is living. These bricks are not living. This fence is non-living. These bushes are living.
And welcome to Abby and Justin's Adventures, finding and discovering new species. Justin, where's your dichotomous K?
Present.
Alrighty. Justin, today what are we looking for?
A Starbucksian Phemonian.
And what's the common name for that?
A white girl.
We're trekking through the forest. Justin, what's that I see over there? Get out your dichotomous key.
Has Starbucks moved to? Taking a selfie, move 4. Playing Candy Crush, move 6.
Justin, I think we've discovered ourselves the
Starbucksian Phemonian.
Shh, and catch us next week on Abby's and Justin's finding and discovering new species. G'day mate, and welcome to Abby and Justin's interview today. Today we will be taking spontaneous questions from our bystander fans. The questions start in 3, 2, 1.
Yes, you. What is your question?
Why is it called Starbucksian Phemonian?
Oh, good question.
Very good question. You see, organisms are most specifically defined by their genus and species, something we like to call binomial nomenclature.
The order goes domain, kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species.
So using the genus and the species, scientists like us are able to more specifically find organisms and list them in different classifications. Next question, please.
You sir over there.
What is a dichotomous key?
Good question. Well, a dichotomous key is a piece of information our scientists use to help us discover new species and find out what a species is. So, for example, if we found a species and the dichotomous key, the first one said, has wings. We would look at our species, and if it had wings, then we would move on to the one it tells us to. But if it did not have wings, then we would go to the one that it tells us to without wings. Hello and welcome to Abby and Justin's interview today. We will be taking questions from bystanders.
Wait, stop. I made a really ugly